Many people know the saying, kindness is not just for others. When you show mercy to someone, good things come not only to them, but to you as well. I thought that kind of story existed only in picture book folktales. At least, until I met her. Mom? The cash that was on my desk, where is it?
Huh? I already used it. Your earnings are pretty meh.
What? I couldn't find it, so you used it? Seriously, this time I was going to use it. My name is Shiraishi Naoto. I'm an 18-year-old high schooler who just found out my parents stole the money I saved. Both of you, quit acting like it's yours. I earned the money.
Huh? What are you saying? What belongs to the kids belongs to the parents.
Yeah, and save the attitude till you make more. Frankly, you being born was life's big miscalculation. I ended up marrying this penniless man because of it. I should never have had you.
I couldn't take it and left home. I ran, like I was escaping their shouting that carried out in the street. I didn't want to be born in this house either. For as long as I can remember, my parents always fought about money. A rough-tempered father who can't hold a job, and a mother who burns through cash. Inevitably, we were poor. I was sick of my parents siphoning off every paycheck I saved to move out. One night, I killed time in a park because I didn't want to go home. Will these wages get used by those two again, huh?
Hey, let go of me!
Is someone getting hustled? I looked toward the rough voice and saw a sketchy guy gripping a girl's arm. Come on! If you're alone, hang out with me!
You're being persistent!
Do you need something with my little sister? Huh? Little sister? If you hustle my sister any further, I'll call the police. Yeah! If she's got company, say so. The guy left in a huff. Once he was out of sight, and we both relaxed, she spoke.
Thank you for helping me.
No. More importantly, are you okay? It's dangerous for a girl to walk alone at this hour. You should head home.
Actually, I ran away from home.
You ran away? Did your family do something awful to you?
No, I'm the one at fault. I couldn't say school was hard. I thought I had to smile in front of my family, and then home got hard too.
You love your family, and they love you.
Yes, I think we're close. Comparatively.
Then take the plunge and tell them how you really feel. Ask for help. Don't run away like this. Hiding our pain will worry them more.
You're right, but the last train's gone, and I don't have taxi fare.
I see. Well, 30,000 yen gets you home? Use this. On a whim I offered. I've been thinking what to do with this money anyway.
I can't accept that. You already helped me.
It's fine. If someone's going to use it, I'd rather it be you. Look, a taxi just came.
Thank you. May I have your name?
Shiraishi Naoto. But you don't have to remember it.
No, I'll never forget. I'm Takamine Azusa. I'll repay you someday. I promise.
I watched the taxi go with a clear mind. Better this than having my parents use it. That girl, Azusa, right? I hope she talks it out properly. Time passed. I graduated high school. I moved on scrap together wages to live alone. I'm still green, but I'm living a fulfilling life as a working adult. One day, coming home from a night shift, I found an unfamiliar pair standing at my door. Excuse me, do you need something here?
Sorry to bother you. Are you Shiraishi Naoto?
I am Shiraishi, but... Wait, have we met?
Yes! I'm Takamine Azusa, the one you helped when I ran away 2 years ago.
Ah, from back then. I'm glad you look well. Hearing her name jogged my memory. Unlike back then, she smiled brightly, and I felt happy.
Thank you for helping my sister. I'm her brother, Takamine Aoi.
Thank you for coming. No point standing here. Please, come in. I invited them in and set barely tea on the table before sitting. How did you find me?
We searched by your name. I'm so glad we could meet.
Sorry for looking you up. Showing up out of the blue must have been a shock.
Well, yeah, but I don't feel bad about it. I gotta see Azusa's clear smile. It seems she made it home safely and was able to talk to her family.
It's late, but here's the 30,000 yen I borrowed.
You didn't have to. I meant it as a gift.
No way! I can smile like this now because of you.
That's right. My sister's alive thanks to you, Shiraishi.
That's exaggerated, but if you put it that way, I'll accept it. There really is money you give away that come back. I'm kinda moved. From that day, I kept in touch with Takamine's siblings, especially with Azusa. We started eating out on my days off. Whoa! So you went on to university?
Yes, I only could because that day I took your advice and talked to my family.
It's nice to have a family you can talk to.
Huh?
My family life was the worst. So, I can't help being a little jealous. That time I lied and called you my sister on the spot. But honestly, I always wished I had a close little sister. Well, I can't have that. So at least I want to cut ties with my parents. But all I can do is declare estrangement.
You want to cut ties with your parents?
If I could. But there's no way to legally sever them. And to those two, it wouldn't matter anyway. Sorry, I shouldn't dump this on you. Let's head out, I'll pay. I got up first to pay for both of us with my card, but for some reason, it kept getting declined. Strange. I haven't used it that much.
Please use mine.
Sorry, I'll pay you back outside. Wait, a black card? Azusa, you said you were a student, right?
I have it through my father's connections.
Azusa, just what is your father? On the way back from the restaurant, I finally asked what had been on my mind.
Actually, he's the president of Takamine Trading.
You're kidding! That Takamine Trading? Takamine Trading, a general trading company that's been skyrocketing in recent years. I never imagined the runaway girl was the president's daughter.
The reason I felt I couldn't stay at school was because of home. People assumed I was snobby because we were rich, or that I looked down on them. I never thought that way, but... So it was hard to tell you too.
You don't have to worry. Before being the president's daughter, you were just Azusa.
Naoto? But I knew I'd have to say it eventually, because I... Oh? Naoto, is that you?
Mom! I turned instinctively at my name. And there she was, dressed in expensive, stylish clothes.
Been a while. Since you graduated high school? You left right away. I was so lonely, you know.
The nerve. Wait, what's with those clothes?
These? Huh. Nice, right? Your father's work is finally taking off.
Your father? I couldn't believe it. That man holding down a proper job?
Yes. Shame, isn't it? If you'd stay, you'd be living in luxury now. But looks like you found yourself a fine woman.
Her eyes fixed on Azusa. I quickly stepped in front of her.
Well then, I'm Keiko, Naoto's mother. So, are you his girlfriend?
Let's go, Azusa.
Okay. Naoto! She looks like a well-bred young lady. Don't let her slip away.
We fled the scene like running from my mother. At the station, I realized I was still holding Azusa's hand. Sorry. I dragged you. And about my mom too. That must have been awful.
It's fine. Actually, it reminded me again how cool you are, Naoto. The first time we met, and today too, you always make sure I'm not uncomfortable. It's like you're a storybook prince.
When you put it like that, it's embarrassing.
Naoto, the train's almost here. I'll message you later.
Yeah, get home safe. Say hi to Aoi for me. She hurried off toward the gates, smiling at me till the very end. That sudden reunion with my mother had left me bitter. But Azusa's smile healed it. I'm glad I met her. If possible, I'd never see my parents again. But soon, I wouldn't have that choice. What's this about taking a million-yen loan in my name? Later, I tracked down why my card failed and returned home for the first time in 2 years. Turns out, my parents had stole my ID, applied and made a credit card under my name.
Naoto, it was an investment. Thanks to that, our cash flow is finally better.
Cut it out! Since I started working, you've done nothing but steal my money. Aren't you ashamed? As parents, as adults.
What are you talking about? Like we've always said, what's the child's is the parent's.
What the hell are they saying? The utter lack of reason gave me a headache. Apparently, they took the papers when I was still living there, while I slept. Realizing talking was pointless, I left without solving the debt issue. Even after moving out, am I still chained to them? I started living alone to escape my parents, yet nothing has changed. I've contacted the car company. Next is filling a police report. I trudged home under the weight of it all. There, in front of my place, Azusa was waiting.
Welcome home, Naoto. Are you okay?
I told her my parents had made a card in my name. Yeah, just tired from work. What about you?
No, you look pale. I'll come another day. Please rest.
It's fine. If you waited this late, it must be important, right?
I guess so. Then I'll just say it. Sorry it's sudden, but could I ask for some of your time tomorrow?
It sounded more ordinary than I expected. But if she came just for this, it must be important. Alright, I'll keep my schedule open. When and where?
Thank you. At 10 in the morning, our driver will pick you up at 9:30.
Lastly, she asked me to dress smartly, then left. So it's formal. I felt uneasy and went to bed early. Why? Why are you two here? The next day, I was brought by a luxury car to a traditional rote. In the private room, there sat Azusa, an unfamiliar man, and my parents. I couldn't help shouting.
After yesterday, someone from their household came to fetch us. Didn't expect it to be Takamine trading. Sorry for calling you so suddenly. Naoto, nice to meet you. I'm Takamine Chuichi, Azusa's father. Thank you for looking after my daughter.
Between the setting and the company, nothing made sense. As I sat, Azusa began.
I'll be direct. I, Takamine Azusa, wish to date Shiraishi Naoto with marriage in mind. Therefore, I wanted to inform my father and Naoto's parents and arranged this meeting.
What?
Oh my.
Sounds like a good deal, doesn't it? She's the daughter of Takamine Trading, right?
I never thought you'd date such a refined young lady. I'm glad I gave birth to you.
They're definitely planning to leech off the Takamine family. I don't know why you went out of your way to set this up, but... Azusa, I can't accept this.
Huh? Don't be stupid.
You're really going to waste this perfect chance to marry up?
It's because of you two! Leeching off me when I was just a kid! Even fraudulently making a credit card! I'm not letting Azusa end up related to criminals like you. I knew it was wrong, but I raised my voice anyway. Tuichi calmly soothed us.
Naoto's right. We have appearances to keep as well. I know it's rude to say, but your family is not a match for ours. What was that? But I do want to respect my daughter's wishes. So how about this? If you promise to have no further contact with Naoto, we'll pay you a monthly honorarium of 1 million yen. What? 1 million a month?
Here is the contract. Note that if you contact Naoto after signing, the stated penalties will apply. We won't. I don't want to blow the million.
Do I sign here?
Wait, Azusa, you can't! Hey, you two, cut it out! I tried to stop them, but Dad pinned my arms. Mom finished signing, then deftly passed it to Dad. And in moments, both signatures were on it.
I confirm your signatures. With this, the contract is in effect. Yes. Time for our dream celeb life.
No way. I couldn't process what I was seeing. This makes me nothing but baggage.
Then here is the first 1 million yen. Surely it's a check? What is this? It's a loan payoff certificate?
Her words jump-started my brain. What does that mean?
Yes. Our investigation found Naoto had a 1 million yen loan, so we applied the first month to repay it.
Don't screw with us! That means we don't get a single yen this month!
That loan was taken out of your convenience, wasn't it? In effect, we're giving it to you. Besides, nowhere in the contract does it say cash in hand, does it? You should read before you sign. But the contract itself is genuine. I know very well how utterly you failed your role as parents.
At her changed aura, my noisy parents gasped.
And child services doesn't function as it should. What a system. On top of that, even with such terrible parents, a child can't legally sever ties. So the only option is a private contract to sever them. From now on, never, ever contact Naoto again.
My parents stood up roughly, then left the room quickly. After all, they'd still get the million. My thoughts finally caught up, and I grasped this was real. Azusa.
Sorry to startle you, but it's okay now.
You want me to relax because of this? You're really paying 1 million yen a month? Aren't you? Why would you do that?
I'm sorry for pushing ahead without asking you, but even if you report them to the police, nothing will change. Because you're their son. They'd keep tormenting you always.
That's true, but you didn't have to get involved.
I did. I wanted to repay you.
Ugh.
That 30,000 yen you gave me, that was money you worked so hard to earn, wasn't it? Because of that money, I got home safely. And because of your words, I could open up to my family. If I hadn't met you, I wouldn't have gone home. Let alone told my family the truth. So I decided I'd help you sever ties with your parents properly.
That's right. Legally speaking, a contract is the quickest way to sever ties. Then I figured the minimum bid your parents would surely bite on was 1 million yen per month. So that's what we said. If 1 million a month frees our benefactor Naoto, that's honestly cheap for our family.
So, Azusa chose this method to grant my wish? Still, I couldn't help thinking. Couldn't you at least have consulted me first or told me?
When Azusa told me you've discovered the fraudulent card, the documents were still being drafted. We rushed them, and since my schedule was open this morning, I set this up. If you'd filed a police report first, that initial 1 million yen would inevitably have gone to them. That sum means nothing to us, but we had no desire to make them happy.
Wait, so they aren't getting the money?
In short, the contract is real, but the situation you're worried about won't happen.
What I'm worried about is having you pay them 1 million yen every month. He didn't deny it. In other words, they won't be getting 1 million each month?
You'll see soon enough. By the way, Naoto, if you like, why not stay at our place for a while? You're my daughter's benefactor, and this time we acted without telling you. Please let us make it up to you.
No way. After all you've done already, I can't impose any further.
That's a problem. It's admirable, but in that case...
So that means you don't want to come to our house, Naoto?
My precious daughter will cry. I can't force you if you hate it that much, but...
Okay, then just one night. Only one. And so, I was semi-forcibly invited to stay at the Takamine home. What a pair. It was supposed to be one night. Before I knew it, 3 days had passed. They used every trick to keep me there. They were so determined that I realized it. Something's up.
Naoto, are you used to our home now?
Yeah, thanks to you. You really have a wonderful family.
Thank you. They're my pride and joy.
So, isn't it about time you told me? Why don't you want me to go out? I even get chauffeured to work. And now everyone bows to me there.
You're so stubborn. It's true I just want to be with you. Well, I think you'll understand soon enough. Look! Next in the news, in the case of the exposed serial fraud group, police have newly arrested Shiraishi Saburo and his wife Keiko as members.
What? There was no mistaking it. The suspects on the screen were undeniably my parents.
Actually, my brother's a lawyer partnered with a detective agency.
What?
That's how I really found your address. I tried on my own, but couldn't, so I asked my brother.
I thought she'd just track me down herself, since a detective agency could find me easily, but that was the truth. Of course, an ordinary girl with no connections would find it nearly impossible.
At that time, he also investigated your parents and their line of work. Besides finding they'd used your name, there were suspicious dealings clearly aimed at swindling money. So, after gathering evidence, he acted with the victims.
So that's why you didn't let me go home.
The press might have swarmed your place. We thought it was safer for you to stay with the Takamine family, where we could protect you.
Amazing. You planned that far ahead.
I guess I can push myself when it's for someone I love. Sorry I kept it from you. I knew you had a right to know, but we couldn't risk letting it leak.
I see. Thank you. I think you did the right thing.
Oh, that reminds me. Now that visits are possible, we're planning to see Keiko and discuss the contract.
Can I go too? I want to face them myself.
Of course.
A few days after their detention was decided, I went with Azusa to see my mother. I'd see my father next.
Why'd you come? You said never to see us again, yet you dragged Naoto here? We have news about the contract. The contract said we'd pay 1 million yen a month, but with your arrest, Takamine has no obligation to pay. What? It's written clearly. If either party commits a crime, the obligation is void. Where's that written? Here. You only saw the numbers and never read the rest, did you? And the only part voided is our payment. If you approach Naoto again, the penalties still apply. It's there, but this is fraud. Why am I arrested and not you? Listen, she's the real heartless fraudster.
Cut it out already. Will money make you happy? How much more would it have taken for that house to have warmth? Money won't make you happy. It wasn't money we needed. It was hearts that cared. If we had that, we'd have echoed each other's feelings, supporting each other even in poverty. But you let greed blind you. Fighting over my meager wages even turned into fraud. You once said you wished you hadn't given birth to me. Well, I wish I'd never been your son. I'll live with my new family. Don't ever interfere again. Let's go, Azusa. I took her hand, just as I did the day I saw my mother again.
Wait, Naoto, if you defend me, maybe I'll get leniency. Listen to me!
Her selfish screams still rang, but I no longer cared. I told my father the same. To live my own life, I turned my back to parents I'd never see again. Afterward, the entire fraud group was arrested. My parents got 5-year prison sentences. They were also sued by victims, each ordered to pay 20 million yen in damages.
5 years? Just for taking a little money? And damages too!
We can't pay 20 million! What are we supposed to do?
Also, Aoi helped demand payments of the wages they'd stolen from me. As a result, I recovered all the money they'd taken through settlement.
Feels nostalgic, doesn't it? So what did you want to tell me?
A month after the sentence, I met Azusa at the park where we first met. About your confession.
Forget it. Now that the payments are gone, you don't have to force yourself.
No, that's not it. Back then, I couldn't answer because of my parents. I was afraid you'd suffer for it. But now it's different. No, I've always felt this way. Azusa, please. Will you be my new family?
Gladly.
That's right. I gave her my last 30,000 yen when she was in trouble. Those days when I had no place and life was harsh. They led me here to a precious family. You might think it's fiction, a fairy tale, but...
Daddy, read us a book.
Alright, let's read this one today. Kindness never goes unrewarded. Once I longed for a happy family. Now I live surrounded by one. And every day is filled with happiness.
Congratulations, Kurokawa. The president's daughter wants to have a meal with you. The moment I heard Yoneshima's joking tone, a warning message flashed in my mind. Critical system failure. Cause? Human relations. Do I have the right to refuse? Nope. As far as the company is concerned, it's an honor. I'm Ryosuke Kurokawa, a 32-year-old lead programmer. Technically, I'm treated as a section chief. I'd rather deal with a bug report. My colleagues laughed, but there was no warmth in it. Come on, don't say that. It means you've been marked as a rising star. The president's daughter, Miki Takimoto, 28 years old. No one in the company can go against her. She's a lead programmer like me, but since we're in different sections, we rarely crossed paths. Understood. I'll brace myself and go. And so, the weekend came. The designated high-end restaurant was on a high floor with glass walls. This view looks like something out of generative AI.
What's that supposed to mean? Interesting perspective. But no, keep your eyes on me during our date.
My apologies.
Also, you don't need to be so formal. You're older than me, after all.
I hesitated for a moment, wondering if that was really okay, but refusing her permission might just upset her more. So, why me?
Because you're talented. Plus, you're not bad looking. I've decided to make you mine. Nice to meet you.
You haven't even considered the possibility that I might refuse, have you?
Specs are decided by the higher-ups, right? The on-site team just has to make an effort to meet those specs.
The waterfall model, huh? Personally, I prefer my romance to be a bit more agile.
I don't dislike that kind of comeback. But no can do. My wishes are absolute. If you have a girlfriend, break up with her.
She's not giving me a choice. Well, I'm practically married to my job anyway. I'd never really talked to Miki before, but she's pretty much exactly how I imagined. This is bad. How am I supposed to turn her down?
After this, let's go see a movie.
After eating French food I couldn't really taste at that fancy restaurant, we walked through the city. The conversation consisted entirely of Miki talking at me.
We could have taken a taxi to the theater, but walking like this has a nice mood to it, don't you think? Papa said, the city at night is dangerous, but he's so overprotective. It's annoying.
As I kept giving half-hearted replies, I noticed a commotion up ahead.
I can't breathe.
At the center of the noise was a young woman. She was collapsed on the ground, clutching her throat in pain. What's wrong?
I don't know. She was breathing heavily and then suddenly started struggling.
A female passerby answered since the woman herself couldn't speak. Heavy breathing? And she can't inhale. Hyperventilation? No, it's dangerous to diagnose her as an amateur. Understood. I'll apply first aid. Can you call an ambulance?
Yes, on it.
I crouched down next to the sick woman, placing a hand on her back and looking at her face. It's okay, just calm down. Don't try to force air in, just exhale slowly. Her eyes were wide with tears of pain, but she nodded at me.
Hey, what are you doing? Touching a sick person like that, it's filthy.
Miki's voice rained down on me as she caught up. It's an emergency. I don't have a choice.
If we keep getting sidetracked like this, the late show is going to start.
What are you talking about? I can't just leave a sick person here.
My schedule takes priority. Someone called an ambulance, right? The authorities will handle the rest.
Don't be ridiculous. Just because you're the president's daughter doesn't mean a movie takes precedence over a sick person.
What?
I snapped and yelled at her, leaving Miki speechless. Wondering if I went too far, I looked up to see her trembling like a demon.
How dare you not prioritize me? I'm going to tell Papa.
With a face red with rage, Miki spat out those words and disappeared into the night. Sorry about that, Kurokawa. Was everything okay? Think you can marry into wealth? After the weekend, Yone Shima asked me in his usual tone, and I answered flatly. I completely pissed her off. She said she was going to tell the president. What? That's bad, isn't it? Are you gonna be okay? I don't know, so please, back me up here. Seriously? Alright, I'll try to talk to the president to settle this quietly. Maybe thanks to Yone Shima's assurance, nothing happened for a while. Yone Shima is a smooth talker, but he's actually pretty reliable when it counts. Or so I thought. Maybe praising him jinxed it, because about a month later, the consequences finally hit. What does this mean? I was supposed to be the PM for this plan. Why am I off the project? I demanded an explanation from Yone Shima. I had been removed from a major project. It's the president's wish. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you completely. Miki will be taking over as PM for this project instead of you, Kurokawa. So, it's retaliation. I never thought I'd have my job stolen by Miki. I managed to prevent you from being demoted to a remote office, but I couldn't stop this. This is unfair labor practice, isn't it? I could go to the Labor Standards Inspection Office. No, please, just bear with it this one time. I promise I'll give you the next opportunity, and soon. With Yoneshima begging me with his hands clasped, I couldn't push the issue any further. I wasn't entirely convinced, but then, one day...
Mr. Ryosuke Kurokawa, please come to the Information Systems Department when you have a moment.
A message popped up in the corner of my screen. I clicked and saw the sender was Nodoka Amasaka. A summons to the Info Systems Department? Did I mess something up? Infosys is the backbone that manages the entire company network and systems. I had no idea what it was about, but since I was kicked off the project and had free time, I decided to head over immediately. Inside the room were 3 men and women. Except for one, they were all glued to their screens. Then, that one person stood up.
Ryosuke, I apologize for calling you so suddenly.
Are you Nodoka? When I asked, the woman looked a bit troubled before introducing herself.
No, I'm Eiko Mitsuishi. Nodoka is my friend. She's the one peeking at you over there.
I looked where she pointed and saw a woman pretending to look at her screen while stealing glances at me.
Come on, you can do it.
No. I bit my tongue.
What's happening?
Sorry, Nodoka has trouble communicating. But hey, you're supposed to say it yourself, right?
Yes. Thank you for the other day.
Nodoka stood up abruptly, staring at me with panicked eyes. I recognized that desperate look. Nah, I remember. You're from... Those were the eyes of the person hyperventilating on the street the other day. It must be her.
We really should have come to you, but please forgive us given how she is.
It's fine. I'm just surprised we work at the same company.
I saw you were with the president's daughter, Miki, so I thought you might be an employee and looked for you. I found you in about 3 days, but I couldn't work up the courage to talk to you directly.
I see. She really is socially awkward. Well, I'm glad you seem to be doing okay.
That day, I think I overdosed on caffeine and had a panic attack. I'm sorry for causing trouble. Also, you got into a fight with Miki because of me, right? I'm so sorry.
No. Miki was the one in the wrong, so don't worry. Besides, it was actually a blessing in disguise.
What do you mean?
She had set her sights on me and I was in a bind. Though the price for breaking up was getting kicked off my project.
No way! Because of me. I understand. I will secure evidence of that unfair personnel action.
Wait a second. Why all of a sudden? Confused by her sudden declaration, I looked to Eiko for help, but...
It's safe to leave it to her. Despite how she looks, Nodoka is the invisible one-man army.
Invisible one-man army? That phrase sounded familiar, and I gasped. It was a company rumor. They said there was a genius in info systems who managed the entire company system all by herself.
As a hobby, I save internal logs on a blockchain, so I can trace anything back indefinitely. I use a free node access provider to keep a distributed ledger.
Is that okay? Isn't that a data leak?
It's been approved by management. I obfuscated too. Well, I doubt anyone actually understood what I meant. I told them it's free protection against power outages, and they approved it instantly.
That's wild. Still, even if not immediately, having evidence of unfair treatment might be useful down the line. Alright, can I ask you to do it as long as it doesn't interfere with your daily work?
Leave it to me. I'll uncover all the corruption.
She was incredibly socially awkward, but right now, she had the face of a reliable engineer.
Even if it's the president or his daughter, I'll make them regret it with the weight of the truth.
Actually, she looks like she's enjoying this a little too much. A few days later, I received a message from Nodoka on my PC. She said she found the evidence of the president's intervention immediately. Now she's energetically digging through the past logs to see if there are any other traces. Nodoka is a terrifying enemy to have. As for me, I started visiting info systems more often after that. Partly to check on progress, but also because I was worried about Nodoka's health. Seeing her collapsed on the street was part of it, but she also just seemed like the type you can't leave alone.
Ah, Ryosuke, you came by again.
Nodoka sounded happy sitting at her PC, but in her hand was an energy drink. You're drinking that again? You're gonna get sick, you know.
It's fine, it's fine. That day I just drank too much because of overtime.
Recently, she had gotten used to me enough to have a normal conversation without going through Eiko. I used to get sick from caffeine too, so I'm telling you, don't drink too much of that stuff. That peace lasted for a few months, but when Yoneshima suddenly approached me, I sensed trouble. Kurokawa, sorry, that project is starting to go up in flames. The one I was removed from? Isn't Miki handling it well? The thing is, it's much larger than any project she's handled before, so she can't seem to get a grip on it. Is that so? It has nothing to do with me, right? Don't be so mean. Can't you help out somehow? I think this could be a chance to show the president how capable you are and regain your standing. When you said you'd give me a chance, you didn't mean this, did you? No way. I have something else in mind for that. I didn't fully trust him, but I reluctantly agreed. Fine, I'll start helping today. I'll ask Miki for the details. You're a lifesaver. Thank you so much. All hail the great god Kurokawa. And so, I went to support Miki.
What are you doing here?
I didn't expect her to be grateful, but starting with an insult. Yoneshima came crying to me. He said the project is on fire and asked me to help. When I said that, Miki hesitated for a moment before muttering.
Fine, but I'm the PM, so you just stick to helping as a programmer.
Even though she said that, I had to find the cause of the fire, so I reviewed the requirements definition. This is surprisingly solid, but then why is it failing? As I dug through the documents, I noticed something. What is this outsourced company? It's eating up a lot of project resources, but the details are unclear. Is the documentation missing? Or maybe... Curious, I sent a message to Nodoka asking her to investigate. The next day, I called Miki to a conference room, telling her I had something important to discuss regarding the project. I figured she wouldn't ignore that.
What do you want? If you have time for this, you should be writing more code.
As expected, Miki showed up, bad-mouthing me as usual. Now, how to broach the subject? If my guess is right, this will be my revenge. No, this had the potential to turn into a massive problem, far beyond simple revenge. I know you didn't ask, but I reviewed your requirements definition to investigate the cause of the delay. Miki twitched at those words, but her expression didn't change.
Are you here to criticize my work? Sorry, I don't have as much experience as you.
No, the requirements definition itself was excellent, solid, and free of ambiguity.
What's your point then? If that's the case, then...
Except for one thing. A heavy silence filled the conference room. I found an unnatural outsourcing entry. It's consuming a lot of resources, but the details are unknown.
Oh, that? That's my magic trick.
Magic trick?
The truth is, I don't have any technical skills, so I've been outsourcing the work and taking the credit. There, now you know, right? Are you satisfied now that you've exposed the president's daughter's shame?
That's obviously a lie. Even if it were true, given her personality, she would never admit it. which means she has a secret she wants to hide even at the cost of her pride. It means I hit the jackpot. I let out a deep sigh. That sounds plausible, but it's wrong. You're embezzling company funds using a shell company, aren't you?
What? That's ridiculous.
Miki was visibly shaken. That told me everything. A knock echoed on the door. Perfect timing. I opened the door expecting Eiko to bring info from Nodoka. Huh?
I brought what I found.
Nodoka, you came in person.
Eiko got stuck on the support desk. She said it's good practice and sent me.
This isn't just practice. It's about to be a bloodbath. Will she be okay? Well, she's here now, so I have no choice.
Who are you?
Miki looks suspiciously at Nodoka. Okay, Nodoka, can you tell us what you found?
I checked all of Miki's past projects, and every single one had orders to the same outsourcing company. Plus, the files submitted as deliverables were just the same things reused over and over.
So they were dummies. It's definitely fictitious ordering.
How do you know about the past? Oh, I'm in info systems, so I have pretty free reign to investigate internal fraud.
You tried to pull the same trick on this large-scale project because you always got away with it. But the scale was different, so you miscalculated and caused a mini fire. And that invited my intervention, leading to your self-destruction. Is that about right?
Ugh! This is all just false accusations!
Say whatever you want, but the evidence is already out there. Miki slumped down and reached for her smartphone.
Papa, help me!
It's useless. Even the president can't cover up embezzlement. As I said that, Nodoka muttered from the side.
This might be bad.
What is?
Because the president is an accomplice.
Miki and I both froze at Nodoka's words.
Why would you say that? Miki, the president, and Yamanaka from accounting are all involved, right?
Bullseye. Miki gasped and went silent.
So if he realizes he's been caught, he might try something. How do you know all that? While I was digging into the unfair personnel action, I found some fraud that looked unrelated, so I checked it out too.
So you even knew before I asked you to investigate yesterday?
Until you asked, I was planning to ignore it since it didn't concern me.
No concern for good or evil? A true super engineer interested only in technology. That was a very Nodoka answer. While I was being amazed by Nodoka in various ways, it suddenly got noisy outside the conference room. Then came the sound of running footsteps, and...
Nodoka! Ransomware infection.
It was Eiko who had burst into the room.
So that's his play. The president chose to destroy all the evidence.
Ransomware is a nasty virus that infects internal systems and locks up data. Following Eiko out of the room, I saw red infection screens on displays everywhere. It was an unfamiliar screen, but its ominous look drove home the terror of the virus.
It suddenly invaded the system a moment ago and spread instantly.
Normally, ransomware holds data hostage for money, but if this is the president's doing, the payment destination is a dummy, and the goal is undoubtedly data destruction. Screams were echoing all around. This was the cause of the commotion earlier. I came out to see what the noise was about. What is all this commotion? The president feigned ignorance as he entered the development office. Ransomware. Someone must have clicked a link they shouldn't have. This is troubling. President, you're just... Oh, it's Kurokawa, the man who toyed with my daughter. What? Not content with that, I hear you're blackmailing her with baseless fabrications. If I knew this would happen, I should have transferred you to the countryside immediately. I showed mercy because Yone Shima put his neck on the line to protect you, but that was a mistake. My eyes widened at this new information, but right now, something else mattered more, so I glared back at the president. baseless? The suspicion of Miki's embezzlement is clear. Oh, then where is the evidence? The evidence is... I started to speak, then choked on my words. Because the evidence was locked away by the ransomware. Well, tell me where this evidence is. If the system is restored, I might be able to present it. But that would take time, and the chances of him taking countermeasures in the meantime were extremely high. Damn.
Ryosuke, you don't need to worry so much.
I looked over to see Nodoka casually tapping on her smartphone. But somehow, her vibe was...
You've got some nerve destroying my system.
Who is this girl? At least look up from your phone, would you?
I'm Amasaka from Infosystems. I was just confirming the log of you launching the ransomware from a USB drive, President.
What? Impossible. The log should have been destroyed.
Uh-oh. Nodoka snapped.
Our company logs are managed on a distributed ledger. Did you forget you approved it yourself?
Distributed ledger? What are you talking about?
Logs are automatically saved externally at the same time as internally, via blockchain.
The president turned pale as Nodoka cornered him.
Ransomware was a bad move. The logs are perfectly preserved. Also, we have system backups, so we can fully restore everything in a week.
Which means the president is...
Yes, the president is caught red-handed for obstruction of business by damaging a computer. Ryosuke, please call the police.
Afterward, the arrested president was dismissed at an extraordinary shareholders meeting and faced a lawsuit for damages. Also, thanks to traces left in the restored system, the full extent of the embezzlement was revealed. As Nodoka pointed out, the three involved were the president, Miki, and Yamanaka from accounting.
Why? It was going so well.
Turns out, Miki had been ordering from a relative's company. All three were set to be prosecuted for embezzlement, fraud, and breach of trust. Manager, I heard. You put your own job on the line to protect me. After the turmoil, I spoke to Yoneshima immediately. Caught, he scratched his cheek awkwardly. Well, losing you would have been a huge blow, you know. You might have been better off quitting, but I couldn't refuse that dinner invitation for you in the first place, so that's that. He claimed he did it for himself and the department, but if he got fired for it, it would have been all for nothing. It was probably partly calculation, but not entirely. I bowed deeply at his awkward kindness.
Restoration complete.
A few days later, the system was finally restored. Rumor has it a director with no blood relation to the previous family will become the new president. Good work, Nodoka.
Ah, Ryosuke, you're here.
Having pulled all-nighters for days to restore the system, Nodoka gave me a tired, wobbly smile. Here, some vitamin-packed fruit juice. Drink it if you'd like.
I wanted an energy drink.
Work is done, so no. You'll collapse again.
Boo boo boo.
Honestly, I can't leave you alone. Before I knew it, we had gotten much closer. Hey, Nodoka, can I take you out to dinner to celebrate finishing the work and as a thank you?
Huh? Well, if it's somewhere with few people.
Got it. Now I'll find a nice hideaway spot. Nodoka smiled, as if drawn in by me. It's hard to believe this innocent-looking girl is such a mastermind. It seems I've fallen for that contradiction in her.
You know, I actually like junk food, like burgers and pizza.
A hideaway fast food joint? This is gonna be a challenge.
Hmm?
In an age where technology records the truth, perhaps what matters most is human integrity. If possible, I want to live a life that I never have to hide from the truth. My name is Kaito Narumi. I'm 26 years old and work in the sales planning department at a major home goods company called Abrams. Today, I came because my sister just returned from Paris and said she had some big news and someone she wanted me to meet.
Oh, there you are, Kaito! Long time no see.
Hey sis, over here. Whoa, you really embrace the Paris vibe, huh? Running up in full Parisian fashion is my sister, Saki Kamijo, who's 4 years older than me. Wait up, Saki. You'll hurt yourself running like that. The intellectual-looking man who followed after her spotted me and smiled gently. Nice to meet you. I'm Yamato Mikami, and I'm dating Saki. It's a pleasure. Kaito Narumi, pleasure's mine.
Okay, enough of the formalities. Let's go eat.
Wow, you work at that Left studio? After moving to the restaurant, we did quick intros to get to know each other. Turns out, Mikami's 4 years older than my sister and works for a major company that specializes in home goods, stationery, and cosmetics. Yes, I changed jobs 2 years ago.
Why do you guys always talk about work, even during a nice dinner like this?
Sorry. Then why don't you tell me how you two met?
Wanna hear? Let's see. It all started when I was in Paris.
As my sister passionately narrated their romance with sparkles in her eyes and dramatic hand gestures, I realized I'd made a mistake. Meanwhile, Mikami just watched her with a warm smile. I'm glad. She looks really happy. Mikami, please, take care of my sister. Of course. Actually, I have one more important thing to tell you today. This might actually be the main reason we're here. I did not expect them to drop a marriage announcement on me. Later, I was in the break room at work, racking my brain. Turns out they're already preparing for the wedding. My sister's always taken care of me. I want to get her something nice for the wedding. But with my young employee salary, I can't afford anything expensive. Guess I'll turn down costly social plans and hit the flea market to save up.
Hey, good work today, Narumi.
I turned at the flat voice and saw a woman standing there with a tired vibe. Miyu Mochizuki. She's 25, a year younger than me.
Got time today. There's a drinking party later.
Sorry. I'm trying to save right now, but thanks for asking. Her expression didn't change, but she somehow looked a little lonely, so I decided to explain. Well, actually...
Your sister's wedding, huh? That makes sense.
Thanks. I'll make it up to you when I can. Mochizuki's one of the coworkers I'm especially close with. I felt bad for turning her down, but honestly, it was a little touching that she looked disappointed. Just then, the mood was broken. So poor you can't even buy a decent wedding gift? The irritating, mocking voice rang out through the break room where it had just been the two of us.
Senpai! What kind of thing is that to say?
Also, what do you want? Heard the convo. Figured I'd come pity you. This annoying guy is my coworker, Takuya Aso. Same year as me. Works in sales and acts entitled because he's the CEO's son. Anyway, Mochizuki, keep Sunday open. I'm inviting you, so you're coming. Got it?
Sorry, but I'm not in the mood. First, you should apologize to Narumi-senpai.
I was surprised. Miyu rarely shows her emotions like this. Even getting her to talk to me casually like now took a long time. Huh, whatever. You won't gain anything hanging out with a loser like him. Ugh, none of these feel right. I really don't have any taste, huh? After that, I used my free time to hit stores, but, well, it wasn't going great. When it comes to this kind of thing, Miyu's face popped into my head. She's got great taste in clothes, makeup, everything. Even her wallet and accessories show good style. I knew I could count on her. Sorry to call so late. I was wondering if I could ask for help picking out a wedding gift for my sister.
Sure. Want to go look together on Sunday?
Huh?
Something wrong? Is Sunday not good for you?
No. It's great. Thank you.
Anyways, it's late now. Good night, Narumi-senpai.
Yeah, you too, Mochizuki. Get home and rest up. I only meant to ask for advice, but somehow we ended up going shopping together. Why am I suddenly so nervous? Guess I should pick out what to wear on Sunday.
Good morning, Narumi-senpai. Did I keep you waiting?
Sunday arrived. I'd been waiting nervously, and as expected, Mochizuki showed up in a super stylish outfit. Nah, I just got here. That outfit suits you. I've always thought this, but you've got great fashion sense, Mochizuki.
Thank you. Let's get going. I'll guide us today.
Ah, wait up, Mochizuki. I complimented her genuinely, but she sped off ahead of me. So she does get flustered sometimes. Mochizuki's knowledge was even more impressive than I expected. From clothes and cosmetics to daily goods and tableware, she knew it all. After visiting several stores, we ended up at a glassware boutique. This glass is amazing.
It's from a historic Italian workshop. I think your sister would be pleased.
Yeah, the prices, do they have anything similar but a bit more affordable?
Shall we try another shop then?
Sorry, I kept you out all day and couldn't even decide on anything. By the time the sky had gone dark, I was sitting in a family restaurant feeling completely defeated.
Not at all. I had fun too. I don't know much about electronics, so I learned a lot from your explanations.
Mochizuki, you really are a good one. Thanks again for everything. Order whatever you want. Sorry it's just a family restaurant.
Don't worry, I'm grateful to you, Narumi-senpai, you know? As you can see, I'm bad at expressing my feelings. That's why I never made friends, either in school or here at work. Even when I tried to look presentable, the only people who approached me were clearly just after something. Like Aso-senpai.
Kaito winced at the name. I should probably avoid leaving her alone with Aso in the future. I mean, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth too.
But Narumi-senpai kept talking to me patiently and always waited until I could put my feelings into words.
I just genuinely like talking with you, Mochizuki. I can tell you're a really good person. And there's zero ulterior motive too. Anyway, sorry for dragging you around all day. I didn't even make a decision in the end. I know it might sound like an excuse, but I owe my sister a lot. She raised me, even though we're not related by blood.
Huh?
It happened when I was in first year of middle school.
No, Michiru, why?
My parents died in a car accident. The mountain road was slick from the rain the night before. It was just a tragic accident. Saki's mom was my mother's best friend. While she panicked after losing her friend, Saki hugged me tightly, trying to protect me as I struggled to process it all.
It's okay. It's okay now. Kaito, we're your family now. See? You're not alone.
I had no siblings, and my grandparents were already gone. Saki's family took me in. But her parents both worked, so it was mostly Saki who looked after me. She spent what should have been the best years of her youth taking care of me. Without her, I probably would have gone down the wrong path somewhere along the way. So, even just a little at a time, I want to repay her for what she did for me. That's when I stopped talking. I saw the tears falling silently one by one down Miyu's cheeks.
Sorry. Just listening doesn't mean I understand what you two went through.
No, it means a lot that you care that much.
I'm sure your sister's fiancé feels the same way I do. We can't fully share the pain and joy you two have experienced. Not being able to share that with the one you love, it's really sad. But we can start learning about those things from now on.
After dinner, we parted at the station. Thanks again for today. Your advice really helped. And honestly, you saved me in a lot of ways.
I'm glad I got to hear everything too. Good night, Senpai.
Yeah, good night. Alright, that department store should still be open, right? Thanks to her, I finally decided on a wedding gift. I headed off to buy it. I let you into this company as a final favor, with the promise that you'd show results, but there's still nothing to show. Meanwhile, while we were eating at the family restaurant, Aso had been summoned by his father, the company president, for a sudden dinner at a luxury restaurant. What? Wait, I'm just in a bit of a slump right now. Once I'm out of it, I'll... Is that so? What concerns me more than your lack of results is the lack of good reports I hear about you in the company. That's just... They're all jealous, poor losers with no talent or money. Silence. Jealous, poor losers? You still believe that nonsense is valid? Apparently, this warped mindset hadn't changed, even after many warnings. Think about why that's wrong. Unless you change that worldview, you'll never achieve anything. Got it? Yes. A few days later, that tense exchange went unnoticed by most.
Here, Narumi-senpai, take a coffee break.
Thanks. Damn, all of them. Back at work, Aso continued to glare daggers at me. Looks like his father's words didn't get through after all. And so, while being hated even more than before, I pressed on with planning the next project. For better or for worse, in sickness and in health, I vow to love, honor, and support you for life. After about 6 months of prep, Saki and Yamato's wedding was held successfully. They finished exchanging vows and rings. Their lips met. Thank you, sis. Please, be happy. I'm the luckiest guy in the world to have you as my sister. After the ceremony, we moved to the reception hall. On the way, I ran into someone unexpected. Yo, what are you doing here? I'm just here for my sister's wedding. What about you? Sister? Wait, she's your sister? Damn, guess she scored big. What do you mean? You don't know? The Mikami family's loaded. My dad's known them for years. That's why I'm here. Unlike you, I actually made something of myself. Hey, my sister married for love. Take that back. Huh, yeah, right. Anyway, later. Takuya walked off as I glared after him, not realizing someone else had been watching us from behind. Yamato's really grown into a fine man, and now he's got such a wonderful wife too. The reception had started. At that moment, Saki and Yamato were greeting the Aso family. There's no doubt in my mind, she's the most amazing woman in the world.
You're embarrassing me, Yamato. But I feel the same. There's no one better than you.
Ha! You two are adorable. Forgive the public display, but I figured I should say it out loud, in case anyone had the wrong idea. A misunderstanding, you say? Yes, my father told me just now. Apparently, there are people who believe my wife only married me for my family's wealth. That's right. Yamato's father had seen the earlier exchange between me and Aso. At Yamato's words, Aso froze, his shoulders twitching. How rude! Pay them no mind. Anyone who sees the two of you together can tell it's nonsense.
Thank you, President Aso. I hope the misunderstanding clears up.
Indeed. Takuya, you know Left Studio, don't you? Yes, of course. One of our clients, right? Correct. And Yamato was recently made MD of the Product Planning Division. You'll likely be working with him quite a bit in sales. I see. I look forward to it, Takuya-san. Yes, looking forward to it. His face is terrifying, and his grip is way too strong. Yamato wouldn't let go of the handshake, smiling darkly. Aso could only shake in fear. Yamato was headhunted and became MD leader in just 2 years. He now decides what products our company pitches. He's someone you absolutely must not anger. Damn it, I still can't stand that guy. Just wait. And so, on the surface, the wedding ended without incident. Well, Mikami-san, good to see you again. A few weeks later, Aso met Yamato again as a client. It's been a while, Takuya-san. Thank you again for last time. I didn't expect you to be the one handling this. Isn't it usually someone else? Left Studio is normally handled by another salesperson. But on this day, Aso had volunteered for the job, citing his connection with Yamato. When I heard you'd be our contact, I insisted on switching reps. Oh, I should warn you. I don't go easy on people, even if we're acquaintances. Of course, I don't let personal feelings interfere either. In other words, if the deal's good, he won't reject it out of spite. Remembering that painful handshake, Aso nearly grimaced. But he quickly put on his sales face and started the pitch. The result? Hey, Narumi, thanks to you, the Left Studio deal went up in smoke. It was a complete failure. The day after he was informed of the results, Aso barged in yelling. What? Aso?
Failure? No way. That deal should have gone through unless something major happened.
Well, it didn't. It fell apart because of your proposal. Yes, it was the plan I'd put together. The same one I'd been working on since before the wedding. That can't be. This plan passed the department head's final check. What exactly did they object to? Sure, the documents might have passed, but the deal still collapsed. They said this pitch is a joke, not worth discussing. No way. Looking over the materials, there's no mistake. It's my proposal. The department head soon approached me.
Yes, I did give the final approval on this proposal. Aso-kun, if our proposal was the issue, I apologize. For reference, could you tell me how you pitched it?
Huh? Are you saying it's my fault the deal failed?
I didn't say that. I just want to know since it's a possibility.
Huh. I just presented it as is. I said we'd start with a test launch at the preferred locations.
I see.
She likely suspected that Aso gave a different verbal explanation. But now that he'd claimed otherwise, we had nothing else to say. What should we do? I was thinking that when...
I see. It's clear now that you deliberately sabotaged the deal.
What? She declared it as if it were a fact.
Actually, the client contacted me. Said what you said didn't match the pre-shared info.
What?
Apparently, the previous rep gave them a quick overview during the handover. He'd already received the proposal document too.
So when the deal differed from what he heard from the trusted previous rep, Yamato reached out to our company. The department head had already reviewed both Yamato's meeting notes and the materials. She realized Aso had distorted the pitch.
It could have just been a misunderstanding or a lack of sales skill. But, judging by your reaction, that's not the case.
You set me up.
I was just checking. When one of my team is getting blamed, I need to ask. If it were just a matter of weak sales, you wouldn't have said test launch at select stores. I heard you said we're rolling it out to all major locations by the end of this quarter. That's completely different.
That plan's nowhere near that stage.
Well, I'm not your boss, so I won't press this any further, but...
The department head paused. Then, after a single blink, she shot Aso a piercing glare.
Try to pull anything on my team again. Even if you're the president's son, I won't hold back.
Ah. And so, Aso was scolded by the sales planning department head. But for him, this was just the beginning, because... You really screwed up. Immediately after, Aso was summoned to the president's office. Before the enraged president, he shrank even further. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't cut it. I was shaken to the core when Yamato contacted me. He had already spoken to the sales planning head, so I waited. But to think you intentionally tampered with the proposal. Actually, Yamato didn't just contact the department head about this deal. After speaking with the head, he also reached out to the president. After receiving that call, the president held off judgment, then summoned Aso to the office. Let me ask you directly, just to be sure. You did deliberately alter the proposal, correct? Aso hesitated for a moment, unsure whether to deny it. But that would mean admitting he was incompetent, and his pride wouldn't allow that. He gave a small nod. I see. Then here's your punishment. Aso Takuya, you're fired. Of course you get no severance. Pack your things and leave this company immediately. Takuya bites his lip in frustration, but doesn't seem too surprised. He likely knew that if he admitted it was intentional, this would be the outcome. If he'd claimed it was a mistake, the punishment might have been lighter, but he prioritized his pride. He didn't want to tell his father, even as a lie, that he was incompetent. Huh. Takuya, let me ask you this. Not as president, but as your father. Did you do all this to sabotage Narumi-kun? What?
I heard it was you who said Yamato's wife was only after his wealth.
No, that's...
And I've been told you treated Narumi-kun especially poorly. I imagine it was part jealousy over romantic feelings, and desperation, fearing I'd given up on you for your lack of results. Huh. It's true, you hadn't achieved anything notable yet. But since you started sales, you'd constantly met your basic targets. Your current performance was decent. Had you continued, your results would have likely improved.
That's right. Aso being wealthier than us wasn't just because of his family. He was earning incentives as a salesperson, so his salary was indeed higher than ours.
It wasn't that he lacked ability, so why didn't his numbers improve? Because of that attitude of yours, your tendency to look down on others. People can sense it. Sure, being wealthy might open more doors in life. It might bring peace of mind. It can also raise your social standing. But none of that gives you the right to belittle others who aren't. Those truly admirable as people are the ones who stay humble, never arrogant, and hold to their values. I've told you this over and over. I only hope that now you finally understand what I meant.
A tear slips from Aso's eyes. His father had been patiently trying to teach him all along. His father had given him a final chance by bringing him into the company. Now that it's all too late, he finally understands the weight of those words and feelings. Afterward, Aso came to me and gave a deep, sincere apology. Following the president's orders, he packed his things and left the company. Once home, he also contacted Yamato and apologized. Finally understanding his father's words, he chose to start over from scratch.
Glad the deal managed to go through in the end.
As for the deal Aso had ruined, it was salvaged thanks to the previous rep returning to renegotiate. That rep had shared a brief outline of the proposal in advance. And Yamato, already wary of Aso, immediately noticed the inconsistency and contacted our company. Since Yamato waited without reporting it externally, the situation never escalated into a company-wide trust issue. Really? Yamato saved us. I thought we were screwed for a moment. No drinks? Want something? Oh, don't feel like you have to get alcohol. Tonight's all about thanking you. That's right, I'm out drinking with Mochizuki to thank her.
You're so proper. I really didn't do anything, though.
No, thanks to your advice, I managed to pick out a great wedding gift. A week before the wedding, I visited Yamato's home and gave them my gift.
Thanks, Kaito. What is it? Can I open it now?
Saying that, my sister carefully began unwrapping the gift, while Yamato watched with gentle eyes. She untied the ribbon and opened the wrapping paper. Is this an album? Inside was a handmade photo album. Yes, that was the gift I had chosen. But it wasn't made to store my memories with her. This was a wedding gift. I wanted it to bring joy to both Saki and Yamato. My sister slowly opened the cover. Sis, I'm really thankful to you. You probably wanted to go have more fun, but you looked after me, even though we're not blood related. So with this gift, I wanted to say congratulations and send all those feelings of gratitude too. To Yamato-san as well, I wanted to say thank you for finding my sister, and congratulations. But it was hard to find the right way to say that. No matter how expensive the gift, nothing felt right. In the end, what I came up with was sharing my thoughts and time. Sis, thank you for everything. Because of you, I never felt lonely. I was able to smile every day, all thanks to you. I'll be okay now, sis. Please, take care of your own happiness from here on out. And Yamato-san, please give my sister all the happiness in the world. Sis, Yamato-san, congratulations on your wedding.
Idiot! I stayed with you because I wanted to spend time with you.
I don't have much talent, and I'm clumsy, so the album didn't turn out beautiful, but I put all my feelings into making it. I was able to give it with the emotions I wanted to express, and the two of them were really happy with it. Thanks. It's all thanks to what you said. You can't possibly understand everything they've been through just by hearing the story. The idea for this gift came from those words from Mochizuki.
I've said it before, but I just shared my honest impression, that's all. And I just thought, maybe your sister's husband feels the same way I do.
Even so, that only happened because Mochizuki genuinely listened to my story. If it weren't for your words, I probably would have settled for something less heartfelt. Really, thank you. Feelings, they're invisible, and it's hard to express them directly. That's why people turn them into something physical, so they can be seen and shared. Hey, Mochizuki, right now I'm showing my gratitude to you by treating you to this meal, but... And sometimes, those feelings are turned into sound instead. I take the sweet, aching feeling in my chest and put it into words for her. A few seconds later, after hearing her reply, the two of us smiled wide, bashful and beaming.
Thank you for your time. I'm Arata Fujikawa from the sales department. Since joining the company 5 years ago, I've mainly been in charge of lease proposals for the construction industry. Currently, my name's Arata Fujikawa. I'm a 27-year-old sales rep working at a leasing company. Today's a big day. I'm giving an important promotion presentation that could decide my future. I packed all my achievements, contributions, and my vision for after the promotion into the materials and practiced countless times. If I win today's presentation, I'll be the first among my peers to get promoted. But the problem is him. There's one more guy from my intake who's presenting too. My materials are flawless. I even rehearsed how to speak to get the higher-ups to listen, but I still can't shake the nerves. I can't let my guard down. Alright, let me run through it in my head one last time. If I'm selected for the supervisor role, I would like to achieve the following 3 things. First,
Yesterday, I hit a mud ball under the slide at kindergarten. I'm gonna keep working on it today. Aw, I wanna see it too. But oh, a butterfly! Wait! Haruka, don't run off like that.
what I saw when I looked up felt like it went into slow motion.
This isn't good. Watch out! There's a car!
By the time I realized it, my body had moved on its own. I dove across the road with the child in my arms. We barely avoided being hit, but... I can't move.
Are you okay? I'll call an ambulance right away.
When I came to, I was in a hospital room. I must have lost consciousness. Thankfully, I didn't break any bones, but I took a hard hit all over, so I was admitted for observation. Oh, right. The presentation. It's probably already over. After all that prep, and I didn't even get to present. I need to contact the company. Just as I thought that, the hospital door opened without a knock. Yo, Fujikawa, what a mess you got into, huh? When you didn't show, I thought you ran away scared of me. Mido. Walking in was Eisuke Mido, my colleague and the guy I was supposed to compete with in today's promotion presentation. Look at you, can't even move an inch. After all that practice, this is how it ends? Say what you want. Anyway, when do you think my presentation will be rescheduled? I would like to be ready by then. There's not gonna be one. They already decided I'm getting promoted. That's what you get for playing hero and saving a kid. What? It's already decided? They won't even reschedule for after I'm discharged? Yeah, message from the president. Saving lives is great, but in business, results are everything. You couldn't deliver results to the company, so I got the spot. The moment he said that, I felt something snap inside me. Later, next time you show up, call me supervisor. What a joke. After that, I called the company, but all I got was more of the same. Frustrated, I decided to quit during my hospital stay and never went back. They said they would pack up my stuff from the office and send it to my home. So I returned to my hometown and wandered this nostalgic city. It's been a while since I had time to take it easy. Some of the stores had changed, and it felt like a whole new place, but some places hadn't changed at all. This cafe's still here, huh? Brings back memories. This was the cafe I used to visit all the time in my second year of high school. As I walked in...
Fujikawa-kun?
Huh? Yeah?
I'm Takasaki. Eri Takasaki from high school? Don't you remember?
Takasaki? And there she was, a classmate from high school. Her familiar face and voice brought back all those bittersweet feelings I'd shoved away.
Here you go.
Thanks. The bitterness of this coffee jelly is just right. It's the best. Back in my second year, I loved this cafe's coffee jelly. After school, I would come here almost every day, squeezing it into my budget.
Coffee jelly again? Don't you ever get tired of it?
You say that, but you always get melon soda. You never get tired of that?
Nope, never. This one's special.
Eri Takasaki, my classmate, was also a regular here. Every time we ran into each other, we would end up doing homework together.
You were sleeping during math today, huh? It was pretty funny watching you from behind.
What? You saw that? How embarrassing. Even though we laughed like that at the cafe, we never spoke at school. Bringing our cafe time into school just felt off. Besides, it would have been kind of embarrassing for people to know we hung out after school.
Eddie, hurry up! I'm coming, wait up!
Neither of us really decided it. We just sort of naturally kept a distance at school.
Speaking of which, we have to hand in our career plans soon. You going to a university in Tokyo?
Yeah, that's the plan. I want to become a corporate slave.
Corporate slave?
Guys in suits working hard look cool, don't they? My dream's to climb the corporate ladder and rule the world.
Rule the world, huh? If it's you, Fujikawa-kun, I'm sure you'll make it.
The day everyone calls me the top of my cohort is just around the corner. What about you, Takasaki-san?
Not sure yet. I might stay local for college.
I see. When I heard that, I felt a small sting in my chest. After graduation, we would be apart. This nameless relationship we had. It only existed now, and I finally realized that.
But first, I need to focus on the finals in front of me.
Yeah. But that time ended up even before graduation. It was because I started going to cram school in our senior year of high school. I stopped going to that cafe after school, and even forgot the taste of the coffee jelly I used to eat almost every day. Since we didn't talk at school to begin with, my conversations with Takasaki just ended as the year did. I went to college in Tokyo, and she stayed local. We each went down our own path. Haven't been here since high school.
That brings back memories. I still stop by now and then.
Really? Still ordering melon soda? Takasaki and I were sitting at the exact same seats as back then. The space hadn't changed, but we had. It felt a bit surreal.
What do you mean, still? I don't get it every time anymore, though. Still, it's been forever. After you left for Tokyo, it's been like 10 years?
Yeah, probably. We didn't even see each other at the coming of age ceremony.
So, what are you doing now? Living the dream as a corporate drone, like you said?
I was, up until recently.
Something happened?
Actually, I quit my job. There was something I just couldn't let slide. But I did enjoy it. I worked in sales at a leasing company, met all kinds of clients.
Sales? You were in sales. Hey, would you be interested in joining our company? We're actually hiring for a sales position right now, but it's been tough finding people.
Wait, really? I was just wondering what I would do next. Things moved quickly, and the next day, I was visiting the company where Takasaki works.
It's a small company, but we've got steady sales, so don't worry.
Do you do sales too, Takasaki-san?
Nope, I'm an admin. My older sister is actually the president.
Oh wow, working with your sister? You two must be close.
Hey sis, I brought Fujikawa-kun, the guy who used to run the Tokyo scene.
What? Don't introduce me like that.
Nice to meet you. I'm Takage Kuriyama, the company president. Wait,
Yeah.
you're the one who saved my daughter, right?
Wait, daughter? You mean that little girl who almost got hit by a car?
Yes! I can't believe we're meeting like this.
Apparently, the girl I saved, Haruka, was President Chikage Kuriyama's daughter. Which means...
Haruka is my niece. Who would have thought the suit-wearing hero was you, Fujikawa-kun? Even when I asked the police, they wouldn't give me any info because you declined a visit or thank you gift. Really, thank you so much for what you did. I can't imagine what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
Oh no, I just did what anyone would.
Wait, don't tell me you quit your job because of that. Huh?
No, that had nothing to do with it. I wasn't fired or anything. I left on my own because I disagreed with the company's decisions.
Oh, I see. Thank goodness. I was wondering how I could make it up to you. This might sound like we're offering out of gratitude, but... Fujikawa-san, would you consider working with us? It's not out of pity. I've been interested in you ever since my sister told me your story.
If you'll have me, I'd love to join. And just like that, thanks to an unexpected encounter, I found my next job.
Fujikawa-kun, you've really softened up since you started here.
A year has passed since I joined this company, and something in me has started to change. Maybe it's because this place is so comfortable. I'm actually really enjoying myself. Back in Tokyo, constantly fighting for top sales. Sure, it was fulfilling. But now, I realize I was also exhausted.
As a company head, that's great to hear, but don't overdo it. We're a small team, so each person carries a big load, but we care about creating a good work environment. Same corporate grind, but the environment makes all the difference, huh? Good relationships really matter.
Looking back, my old job lacked that human warmth. It's true what they say. A company reflects its president.
Come to think of it, you were at a leasing company, right?
Yes, I did corporate sales.
Well, we're planning to expand into leasing soon. I'd love for you to take the lead using your past experience.
I would be honored. After work that day, I started going through the stuff sent from my old job. That notebook should be here. I left it behind. It had my ideas for client follow-ups and key strategies for building new contracts. But weird. I want to use this for future projects. I couldn't find it. So despite the time, I decided to call Mido just to check. Hello, Mido? It's Fujikawa. I left the company a year ago. Yo, Fujikawa. What's a quitter want? The box from the company's missing a notebook. Notebook? Oh, this one? The light blue one I've got in my hand? Yeah, that's probably it. Looks like they forgot to pack it. Could you send it over? Not a chance. Huh? Can't believe I got my hands on something this valuable. Good thing I was the one packing up your stuff. The way he said it, I knew. He had left that notebook out on purpose. Give it back. That's mine. You gotta play smart in this world. Later. With that, he hung up. It was after hours, so I figured calling Mido would be okay. But maybe it wasn't. What a mess. Either way, I'll have to ask someone else to send it. Feeling bad about it, I called up a junior colleague whose contact I still had. Hey, sorry to call out of nowhere. I need a favor. I made that call hoping to get my notebook back, but what I ended up hearing was something I hadn't expected. Later, I visited my old company with Takasaki-san. You were in the sales department, right? Long time no see, sir. Yes, thank you for everything since I joined as a new grad. He's the president of my former company. The same guy who said saving lives was nice and all, but business is all about results. I've got more important things to do than deal with you. You mean the acquisition? I'm aware. I'm the one handling that, after all. When Kuriyama-san told me about expanding into leasing, I was surprised, because I knew there were plans in motion to acquire my old company. As someone in sales, I knew things were tight. Honestly, I'm amazed you held out this long. Shut up, you traitor! You quit because you didn't get promoted and couldn't take it. You were the one who let me down first. I just couldn't stand working for a company that puts results above people's lives. If I had stayed, I would have lost something far more important than a job. Expecting employees to choose work over saving a life? That kind of workplace is the last place I want to be. A man who can't prioritize work isn't worth anything. And look at you now, back in your hometown working for some tiny company. Says the guy whose company is being bought out by that tiny company. Disgusting. Fine, then let's consider this meeting cancelled. Wait, hold on.
Let's just say it wasn't meant to be.
No, wait! You're here on the president's behalf, right? You just can't leave like this. Kuriyama told me if the attitude here was unacceptable, I had full authority to end negotiations. You have that kind of authority? Seeing us getting up to leave, the president finally realized he was in trouble. And of course, if the deal fell through, his side would suffer. Wait, if I offended you, I'm sorry. Please, let's talk again. If we don't get acquired, our employees will be out on the street. I can't let that happen. Then you should apologize to Takasaki too. The girl who almost got hit by that car, that was her niece. And you told me in front of her family that I should have ignored the kid and gone to work. I truly apologize for that.
Good.
Just when it looked like we could finally start the acquisition discussion. President! Bad news! Another major client just canceled their contract! Mido, we have guests! But it's urgent! If we lose any more clients... It's been a while, Mido. You! Why are you here? Don't tell me you're trying to come back! Even if you begged me, I wouldn't. Mido looked worn out, like he had lost all the fire he used to have. Then, Why are you here? You're trying to steal back the promotion, aren't you? Nope. My current company is just one of your trading partners now. Trading partner? What are you... Wait. Acquisition proposal. Acquisition?
Hey, don't look at that. Get back to work.
Mito stares at the document and demands an explanation. President, were we really in that bad of shape?
Yeah.
And I finally got promoted fastest in our class. If we get acquired, your title might vanish in the restructuring. Don't mess with me! There was a reason Mito hated this so much. So you finally got promoted by stealing someone else's work. Too bad it's all crashing down. What? I know. You claimed credit for projects your juniors handled, said you advised them, and made them list your name on the report submitted after closing.
Is that true?
Yes, I heard it directly from the junior in question, and apparently others were affected too.
So the presentation that got Mito promoted was built on inflated accomplishments.
Exactly. That's what I learned when I called my junior that day. Mito had inflated his results to beat me using underhanded methods.
Fujikawa-san, I don't want to work under Mito-san anymore. You should have been the one promoted. The president and bosses are blind.
Sure, I was frustrated I didn't get my shot, but maybe Mito got picked because he worked hard too.
Worked hard? Fujikawa-san, you don't understand at all.
If you want, I'm pretty sure they'll testify right now. They're all working today after all. Shut your mouth!
If I had given Fujikawa-kun a chance too, maybe the company wouldn't have fallen this far. Promoting someone based on a fabricated presentation. I was a shallow president.
President? You can just take back my promotion now!
It's never too early or too late to correct a mistake. The acquisition is pretty much set, but before I step down, I want to clean things up.
President? No! You can't do this after the fact!
Mito-kun.
La, I can't hear anything. I'm not listening.
I'll confirm the facts by hearing from the other employees. But if it's true, be prepared.
At the very least, he still had some sense of responsibility as a company leader. After hearing that, Mito seemed to have the life drained out of him, standing completely still. Afterward, my former company was acquired as planned, becoming a subsidiary of the one I now work at. The president and executives were all replaced and reassigned as regular employees to various departments. Also, after internal interviews, Mito was demoted from chief to regular employee before the acquisition.
People who steal others' credit are nothing but a liability, right?
With just that one comment from Kuriyama-san, he was swiftly laid off under the name of restructuring. Why me and me only? With the acquisition work finally settling down, Takasaki and I visited that same cafe for a little celebration. We ended up getting the same things we used to.
Yeah, in the end, this is the best combo.
Hey, it's not just about work, but there's something important I wanted to tell you today. Actually, I've liked you since high school. Would you go out with me? The words I couldn't say back then. 10 years later, I finally let them out.
Me too. I actually liked you too, Fujikawa-kun. But I thought you only saw me as a study buddy. I'm happy. I'd love to.
To my surprise, she said yes. Seems like we had just missed each other back then. If you stay honest with your feelings, they'll always come back to you in a good way, even if it's not right away. There's no gain or loss in that. You just have to follow your heart.